Story time today, so you know what that means. I'm sipping some tea today. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Today I'm going to be telling you guys about an experience I had as a teenager when I went to the mall with one of my friends and there was a shooting. It was wild, it was crazy. Let's get to it. Well, I believe I was 14 or 15 years old at the time, and one of my friends, she called me up and was like, hey girl, let's go to the mall, let's hang out. I believe there's like some concert going on like behind at the back of the mall. And I was like, oh really? I'm like, okay, cool. Because sometimes they will have like multicultural type of community concerts. For sure, like let's go. But obviously I had to like tell my mom that, you know, I was gonna sleep over my friend's house, but I didn't tell my mom at the time that we were gonna go to the mall. And my reasoning was because I think at the time, like that mall was known for sometimes being dangerous with people, you know, like fighting other people or, you know, different stories you would hear. But it was one of the main malls that people would go to. It was Scarborough Town Center Mall. If anyone knows this mall, because you obviously would be from Toronto, you guys would know this mall. Anyone from the east side would know the Scarborough Town Center, okay? Anyone in the city. Anyways, I told my mom, okay, I'm gonna sleep over my friend's house. And she's like, hey, what's her name? What's the number? And she knew it was like one of my regular close friends at the time. So she was like, oh, okay, for sure. Like you could go. I ended up going to my friend's place. You know, we got ready with our little cute little purses. And when you're like a teenager, you have like your little cute little outfits. You impress the guys, obviously, but at the same time, you're trying to like go there and have fun with your girls. Watching the concert and people were singing and dancing and acting and all these different acts were going on. Meanwhile, they're trying to like holler at you. Girls are like looking away. I remember the guys are trying to holler at us, trying to like talk to us, walking by them and just like not really paying too much of attention to them. You know, as a young girl, you're just kind of just like going with the flow and having fun, flirting a little bit from your distance. At the time, I was with my friend giggling, talking about all sorts of different things, catching up. And then I remember we decided like we want to go and eat something because we kind of got hungry and it was a couple of hours. So we went downstairs to the food court. And at this mall, it's completely different now. They renovated it. They brought in way like better stores, like regular stores that's like in all the malls now. So it's completely different now. So we went downstairs, the food court was, and lots of people were chilling in the food court, the people, teenagers, and that mall was packed with teenagers. Everyone was watching the concert and it was a big like venue that was happening. We were eating our food and just like on the phone and talking to each other. And then all of a sudden, you heard like people arguing, like these guys started arguing. And I think it was between two gangs at the time or something was going on. But it was like these two guys that started arguing with each other. And then it just got louder and louder and people started like looking from afar. So I remember just looking like, oh shoot, like I can't really see what's happening. But I could see like ruckus is going on and people were kind of like standing up from their seat now trying to see what's happening. And all of a sudden I heard bang. As soon as I heard bang, everyone started running in the food court. When I mean running for their life, okay? So at this point, obviously, I'm thinking it's a gunshot. We need to get the hell out of here. Once that happened, I remember running into the Petsmart store. I don't know if you guys remember the store, but I ran to the nearest store, like 10 other people in the store and they're ducking. And I remember the cashiers are just like, everyone duck and move to like get down low on the ground. And they were closing the gate ASAP. It was so wild to me. It was like, I don't really think my friend was in the same store as me. I believe we got split up. So I was worried like, oh my gosh, like where is she? Like, is she okay? Freaking out. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, how long do we have to be in this store? What's gonna happen next? The killer is still out there. It was just such a wild time because you're just thinking like what's happening on this level, because this was like the second level of the mall. So who knows if anyone knows what's happening on the upper level. I believe we stayed in that store for 45 minutes to an hour and everyone was just worried. No one was talking to each other. Everyone was quiet, laying on the ground. And I don't even think I even like called my mom or anything like that because, you know, I didn't want to freak her out, obviously. But I was texting my friend at the time to see if she could reach me. And it was such a messed up time. I was so worried. I was looking around, worries in their eyes. That's all you could see. And just hoping that everything is okay and then we can leave the mall safely and get home. I remember the cashier, the manager of the store announced like, hey guys, I just got the green light that we could open the gate and we could let you guys out. And you guys would just have to leave and exit the mall. Like they did a whole evacuation for the whole entire mall. If you guys can imagine, all these people were there to do shopping, but also for this concert. So there were so many people. Now out. I'm like slowly leaving, finding my friend and saying, hey, where are you? And I believe she was in the store across from me. We hugged each other. We're like, oh my God, this is so crazy. We're walking through the mall and other people were looking nervous and just walking quickly, like leaving, exiting the mall. And I remember when we got outside the mall and now it's dark outside. Like, do you think this was a real gunshot? She's like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. And all these people who are just kind of waiting around, like some people just went straight home, obviously, but the nosy people like me there and just wanted to see what was gonna happen or what we heard was true. Gunshot, did anyone die? Did anyone get hurt from this? One of the reporters came to us, walked up to me and she's like, hey, you were in the mall when this happened. And I was like, yeah, I did. I'm like, it was so wild. Is it okay if we interview you on it? And I was just like, I really wanted to say yes so bad, but then once I was gonna say yes, I was like, oh no, I can't. Like, my mom doesn't know that I'm here. She has no idea that I'm at the mall. And then there's a gun, shooting. She's gonna be like worried and terrified about this whole situation. I was like, no, it's okay. But I'm like, my friend could do it. My friend could do it. It's so funny. So I encouraged my friend to do it. And she's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And so she ended up answering all these questions that they were asking, like, like, were you there in the food court? Like, what happened? What was your take on it? Once she finished the interview, we were like, okay, let's go home. Obviously, I was gonna go and sleep over at her house, but at this point, I was like, you know what? It's probably best if I just head back home, just because this whole situation was just messed up to begin with. Turning in the key at the front door, I opened the door, I'm taking off my jacket, taking off my shoes, and then all I hear is, Shaleen, come to my room. And I'm thinking in my head, oh my gosh, what's going on? My mom was calling me. She doesn't sound like that, but she was, shouting out loud to come to her room. And why is she like calling me to her room? Like, what did I do, right? I'm walking to her room and I open the door. She's sitting up on her bed watching TV. And she's like, isn't this your friend? Let's just say Keisha. She's like, isn't this your friend Keisha? What's she doing on the news? What is she doing on the news being interviewed? And I was just like, alright. I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh, I was like, weren't you with her tonight? Why were you at the mall? So my mom starts going off. There was a shooting there. Oh my God. And da-da-da. And it was so funny because stupid me, naive me, was thinking in my head, like, oh, I'm not going to be interviewed. Like, forget that. If my mom sees me on TV, she's going to be like, really upset. I've been so worried. Why didn't she call me to pick you up and all that stuff, right? I mean, think about, oh, she knew that I was with my friend. She knew which friend I was with. So it was funny because she ended up seeing my friend on TV and was like, wait, my daughter was with her tonight. Like, what's going on here? Like, you know what I mean? I think it was like on Global News that she saw this, or CP24. Why didn't you tell me you were going to the mall? Like, oh my God, you could have get hurt. And, freaking out that a mom would do. Okay, mom, like, I'm okay, I'm safe. What happened? And, I end up telling her my side of the story, what I seen, what happened. And it was just so crazy, but I was laughing to myself so bad. I was just like, oh my God, thinking I wouldn't get caught, that she wouldn't even find out. I started laughing a little bit. My mom was like, why are you laughing? Like, this isn't funny. And I'm like, no, it's just that I didn't expect you to be watching the news tonight and like seeing my friend on TV. So anyways, I did get a little bit in trouble for that. I think she grounded me for like a week or two because she was just worried about the whole situation. So yeah, that's my story for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. All the young teenagers out there, I would say, when you're going to meet up with a friend or anyone, always best to give your parents the address, at least a phone number, or something to contact you, because anything could go south, especially when you're like meeting with different friends or different groups of friends and you don't know what's gonna happen throughout the evening, throughout the night. If your parents don't really know where you are and like something dangerously happens, they're gonna be worried. They're gonna be like trying to call the police or try to call all these different types of parents trying to find out where their kids are, and it's just not a good feeling, and their heart's not hurting from like being worried about where you are. Thank you all for watching my video today. Please like, share, and subscribe. All my social media contacts are below, so please do follow me, and I can't wait to share more new videos with you guys every week.